Dear students, I hope that you're all having a good time in your houses in confinement, paying attention to all the protocols that we have been forced to in the situation that we are living in our country. I wish that you understand how important it is that you continue doing all of the activities that I have been posting to the platform, because this is the only way we have in the course for keeping track of your progress. By doing this, we can also make sure that all the topics are covered and that you have a clear understanding of them along the course. By contrast, nothing has been decided on the particular by the languages department. They haven't told us anything, and we don't know exactly what to do about it more than assigning you homework and sending you all the contents via different formats, PDF, Word documents, and using or doing activities on the platform. Um, However, in the meantime, we will have to keep addressing the contents in this way, and I will keep recording or keeping track of your grades and development for further use when all the situation is solved. But I don't know how long it will take. Maybe 6 months, a year, we don't know. I hope that happens soon. I also hope that you comprehend that it is necessary to do it through these recorded videos instead of the video conferences, because many of the students in all the different courses have complained that they have had difficulties accessing internet at the moment of the conferences or video chats. So we will try to keep covering the topics, and they will be accompanied by activities that you will be doing from your houses based on the material that I post to the platform. In this occasion, and keeping with the different strategies that we can use for becoming familiar with the text and activating any prior knowledge that we may have about a certain topic, another good strategy for understanding better a text is by using a technique called a probable passage. In this technique, as you can see in the picture, students have the opportunity to study and analyze vocabulary related to the reading, in which they will have to classify and organize information more effectively before actually addressing the text. What does it consist of? It has to do with the students classifying a list of words given by the teacher. In this case, we can see that these are the words, right? So the student has to classify these words into these categories. Okay? It says classifying them into a number of labels also given by the teacher. After that, the students will create a gist statement. Okay? Um, with this gist statement, the students will somehow predict what's going to happen in the text. It's a sentence that summarizes or predicts what the text will be about, using the words that the students themselves classified or categorized. This gist statement is composed by the words classified and categorized, and accounts or expresses the idea that the students have about the text. As we can see in the image, the example shows a word list about an article on the disease SARS, which is similar to the coronavirus that we're living or undergoing right now in the world. And the students are given a list that contains the following words: Hong Kong, SARS, respiratory, epidemic, coronavirus, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, genetic shift, travelers, virulence, quarantine, death rate, coevolution. And on the other side, there's a chart with categories such as problem setting, causes, people, solutions, and unknown words. In the example, you can see that this text is a problem solution type because we have the problem, which is the disease, and the solution is the ideas or the alternatives we can use for solving that problem. For this exercise, we will employ a text that is chronological. So you will have eventually to read a text that's chronological, but this example is problem and solution. Uh, so, as in the example, I want to ask you to classify a word, to classify a list of words into the categories given and write a gist statement using those words. You don't have to do all the, or you don't have to use all the words in the list, but you have to show that you're using some of the words that you classified. In this first stage, you only have to do the classification of the words and write the gist statement. Later, in another task that I post, possibly on Monday or Tuesday, you will discover what the actual passage was about, contrasting your previous information with what you found. So, beyond being a strategy for activating prior knowledge, it's also a contrasting exercise in which you have two elements and you make comparisons between those. Um, well, I'm posting this video to YouTube because I want you to comment and hear your ideas about this homework and comments, and also questions that you may have about this task. By learning this strategy, you will have the opportunity to use different metacognitive skills for accessing previous knowledge that you may have about the topic. Um, in this case, being the main focus, the study of vocabulary. Uh, as you can see here in the second image, um, using this strategy, you can form a visual picture about what will be discussed in the text, predicting what you are about to read. Remember to post your comments on YouTube to my video so that I can answer promptly and efficiently and give you answers and solutions to questions and doubts on this task. Okay, so you can comment here to this video, and I'm gonna be reading your comments and answering your questions. But at the same time, you'll be doing the exercise that I will post to the platform Google Classroom. Okay, so have a good afternoon, and in a few days, maybe as I said on Monday or Tuesday, I will be posting the reading with which you'll do some other activities besides the contrast activity that has to do with this exercise. Okay, so I'll be looking forward to reading your comments, so please comment.